Welcome to another episode of SOFO Presents Nature in Our Neighborhood. Hi, I'm Frank Quevedo, Executive Director of the South Fork Natural History Museum and Nature Center. And today, I'm going to talk to you about our avian friends from up north known as sea ducks. Every fall, vast numbers of migrating birds leave the coast of New England and the maritime provinces of Canada and head south for the winter. Many of these birds fly over Long Island, never stopping. Some birds stop, refuel, and continue south, sometimes all the way to South America. And some arrive on Long Island and stay all winter long. These birds are known as sea ducks, and starting in September, hundreds of thousands of them begin making their journey to Long Island and the surrounding marine habitats. They are not here to breed, but feed on the abundance of shellfish, finfish, and crustaceans that lie beneath our ocean and bays. They will stay here till late March or early April, then migrate back north to their breeding grounds. Sea ducks make up almost half of all American duck species. They include the eiders, scoters, long-tailed duck, mergansers, loons, scaup, bufflehead, golden eyes, and harlequin duck, just to name a few. Sea ducks are well adapted to life at sea, from the heavy stout bills of eiders and scoters that feed on shellfish and crustaceans to the long, narrow, serrated bills of mergansers, which are used for catching and eating fish. Finding such food requires superb diving skills, and these ducks are some of the most accomplished divers of all the waterfowl, with some capable diving to depths of 180 feet to forage on the ocean bottom. Have you ever wondered how ducks can sustain themselves in frigid conditions? They've evolved to having unique adaptations for life in this harsh environment. Like humans, birds are warm-blooded and need to sustain a constant temperature somewhere around 105 degrees Fahrenheit. In order to sustain this temperature, birds have evolved to add an additional 1,000 feathers in late autumn to prepare for the season ahead. These feathers are then coated with a preening oil that is secreted through a specialized gland located near the tail of the bird. It provides the bird with the necessary insulation and waterproofing to fight winter's wrath. In fact, feathers provide better insulation than that hair of a mammal. On the coldest days, birds can fluff up their feathers, creating air pockets between the feathers and skin that help retain heat. The birds then tuck their heads and other body parts with exposed skin into their feathers to conserve the heat even more efficiently. However, extra feathers alone are not enough to make it through the winter. Another adaptation birds achieve to cope with the cold is through a unique circulatory system in their feet and legs. Unlike humans and other mammals, a bird's legs are made of mostly tendons rather than muscle. Because of this, birds adapted to having warm artery blood flow down through their legs, passing alongside the cold returning venous blood from their feet. Blood vessels, acting like a heat exchanger, allows the heat from the outgoing arterial blood to warm the cold venous blood. This unique system ensures that no heat is lost and the bird's feet receive a constant supply of life-sustaining blood. It prevents the skin and tissue of the feet from freezing and is how our wintering ducks swim in freezing water without getting cold. Well, now that we've covered why sea ducks are here and how they survive, let's discuss the best areas to see them up close. Any ocean, bay, or inlet from Jamaica Bay, Queens to Montauk will do. You will need binoculars and a spotting scope to thoroughly view the beauty of these birds. So, which binoculars are best to use? 7x35s, 8x42s, or 10x50s? And what does this mean? The first number is binocular magnification. So if you have an 8x42 binocular, such as these, the number 8 means objects will appear 8 times closer than how you would normally view the object. The second number, 42, is the diameter in millimeters of the objective lens. This is where light enters your binoculars. The bigger the lens, the greater its light gathering capacity and the brighter and more colorful your bird will appear. But for distant birds, you'll be amazed at what a difference a spotting scope makes. Here, I have SOFO's Field Spotting Scope. It's used for many of our birding programs and seal walks. It has the ability to magnify objects 20, 40, and 60 times greater and is ideal for viewing birds from a distance. Without the necessary viewing tools, the birds will just resemble floating buoys. So be sure to have at minimum a pair of binoculars. It's also helpful to have on hand a field guide to eastern birds of North America, so you can learn more about these amazing waterfowl. For more information about future birding walks and talks, visit us at www.sofo.org. or call us at 631-537-9735. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you on the next edition of SOFO Presents Nature in Our Neighborhood.